Yo guys, welcome back to another video, and as you can see, we've got Monarch on the view, and he pretty much carries, I initially had Z plus on him from my initial showcase, but I actually went and gave him the godlies, because he seems like he's just worth it, and you can see he carries this run so much. I'll show you the damage at the end of the run, you'll see, but yeah, pretty much is the team. Wonder View, Tengen, Dio, Griffith, Stolfo, and Stark. And you can see the score we did get was 2.171. Oh, what am I on about? Yeah, 1,000, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, in terms of familiars, yeah. We're running this Bourbon Stark, where it give me 20% range. We're running this on Griffith, giving just a lot of overall good stats. We got deal with this as well. 18, 27, 15, 15. And for Stolford, we got the food buff. And for one of you, I gave this one. Just flat damage. I got flat 37% damage basically. If you got something better, just go for it. Anything above like 30 is nice. If not, just go for Burb. You can get lucky with the crits and probably get a lot more damage as well. But overall, that's pretty much it. I'll just get into the run. I'm in a rush here. I need to leave my house soon. Well, I'm just kind of I did like 3 minutes of my voiceover with my mic not even connected. But yeah, pretty much just get into this. So first things first. I think it's my fifth or sixth run I done. The first run, I did 2 runs before I went sleeping. The first run I used Hollow Knight and Sukuna, and what I can say is Hollow Knight is the most overrated piece of garbage ever, bro. I would not recommend going for him, man. I mean, not rolling on him. I mean, you can go for him, but going for Monarch on him, hitting Pete on him, such a waste of my rerolls. I definitely regret it. It's just recency bias, You guys can glaze him all you want, but he's not all that. There's so many units better than him, and the people that say Hollow Knight is better than Broly, you guys need to get checked out into mental ward, bro. It's actually so cooked, man. But yeah, let me just figure out that. In the second run, I was like, you know what, Hollow Knight's not doing it. Let me just switch it up, and I decided to use Wonder View, and it was the best choice I made. Because as you guys can see, Wonder View goes crazy. You'll see it within this run. Yeah, but first things first, we're placing Dio here after we've got our Griffith just domaining. And yeah, we're just letting Dio just apply Rupture to them so we can get damage on them. And yeah, once you get Dark Form, you go to Light Form now. And yeah, Griffith is still a top flyer. I think Griffith is, let's see, top 3 in my opinion. It's probably going to be, in my opinion, it's Dio, Broly, then Griffith in terms of like the unit order. And then I'd rather have Sukuna over Hollow Knight. Personal preference. You guys can have Hollow Knight, whatever you want in it, but that's my personal preference. Yeah, I'm just getting distracted, but yeah, once Griffith goes to Light Form, you switch your Dio up front slightly because he's gonna be just a Rupture unit. And he applies good DPS, high DPS, Rupture, time stop, he does all that stuff, So yeah, once one of you goes past these guys and gets a few kills, we should be getting enough money to max Dio. Not max Dio, get him to full AoE actually. Which is all we need for him. And the reason he's slightly in front of Griffith is because we want him to rupture the units so Griffith can apply some damage as well. Because if he's behind them, we're just wasting damage. But yeah, Griffith does so much DPS anyway, so yeah, that's why I'm trying to make use of it. But yeah, I'm getting my Tengen down here as well because I want him to get a few, just get his stacks, and he needs to do, was it, how many attacks is it? 15 attacks to reduce his SPA to max. See, I'm just having my start. I was trying. I was meant to delete the demon with Stark, but it's fine. I just left Stark there, and then I get a stall for here, and a hippogriff from the top to the bottom over here, and keeping a Stowful very close to one of you just for that maximum damage, because we're gonna be giving our spellbook to one of you, so he has more damage. But yeah, I'm just getting distracted, my bad. But yeah, we're just upgrading one of you, and you can see how much damage he does to this boss. It's just a prime example of it. You'll see here. We time stop. We let one of you hit with Calamity 3 in that little small range, and you can see the damage on the boss. And we don't even have a maxed out yet. But yeah, look at the damage. Absolutely shredding him. Was that 5 mil? And then another one of those. Was it? Yeah, I think it's 4 mil. And that's only at 1.5 million damage. So yeah, that's just enough. And we don't need to follow him as well because the summons from Dio should just clean him up. And even then, one of you's gonna spawn back again, so you should just kill him again. Anyways. But yeah, we're getting our Griffiths down as well. I mean, Starks. And here we're trying to get a stuff for maxed out. The reason for this is you want to get a spear, so we can spear the enemies and reduce his cooldown, also just deal a lot more damage to these mobs. Because if you guys don't know, I'm pretty... Whoa, I forgot. Is it 15%? I'm pretty sure it just takes 15% of the max HP, which is perfect. So yeah, once those double bodies get deleted, we're just taking basically HP off them. This is very good for high scaling enemies like this. But you can see we have Tengen just set on first now, and once we can, we switch him to last. Because this boss is an issue, but you can see he lost 5% range because he hit the boss once somehow. Don't know how that's possible, but he did. You can see he went down to 1x range, so I'm gonna have to resell him and replace him. And you don't want to be spearing non-stop because these enemies are pretty much still the same ones. You can only spear enemies once. And here I moved the stove over here just to give the Tengen extra range. And it's a good thing that I kept one of you within a Stoffels range. That way he's still getting the buff. So I can move him back and then of course spellbook. So it doesn't really make that much difference, but because you're gonna be moving back anyway. So we're waiting for the hippogriff to come back, and we're gonna be going back. And yeah, look, see, Wonder move, he's at 4.2 million. We're just trying to keep him at that much. And you can see Griff is at 690k. So yeah, we're only leaving Tengen at the line AoE. The reason for this is because the boss is still close by. So it is an issue. And you can see I'm not really slowing this boss that much. I'm trying not to because he is very slow in general. And I want him to get outside of Tengen's range. Because look, I did one attack there and I lost 5% range. Because I mean, was it 5%? Maybe even 15% range. Because I did hit the boss. So it kind of costs my damage a bit. Because that extra range from Tengen could have been a game changer. He should be at 1.2x, but he's at 1x for me. So yeah, I wasn't actually slowing this boss at this time. Just letting him do his own shit. And the Tengen's max now, you can see 520k damage. A lot of DPS. And here I have that Snark placed there, so you set to bosses so you can slow this Kenny boss. This Kenny boss is gonna be the main issue, by the way. He's the boss we're dying to, and he's the boss that we're gonna have to steal as much as possible. You see, we used our spear as well again, and we're gonna have to use our spellbook again once we can. And here now we're just trying to stall these mobs and Kenny boss as much as possible. The nuclear giant in the front is not an issue. We can stall him later. You can see he's very slow. But yeah, we do have a start from later. I'm pretty sure I already placed it. But yeah, look, Griffith for 130k DPS. And that's why he's so good. And that's why I have him top 3 in terms of like best units in the game. He costs 1k for 130k DPS. You can't go wrong with that. Plus he's slowing and repulsing. And he's making enemies have less basically damage reduction in his range. You see, we're moving the one that was next to the Tengens back here. So we can slow these mobs. And have that guy set to bosses as well. You see that Tengen there? No, the Tengen, the Stark there at the front, at the back. It's just stall that one. There, we use a spear here. And after that spear, we don't have to spear again. Because the mobs are going to be too tanky to front, we won't even kill them. I could have waited a bit because I did lose out a few attacks on Calamity 3 and extra damage. But you can see there are a lot of instances where my Kenny boss starts zooming. And that's my bad. I should be stalling a lot better. Which I could do a lot better. You can see here I did lose out a few, I think. He started sprinting a bit. And yeah, time stopping as usual. After we time stop, we just swap back. See here I was contemplating if I should spear or not. I'm pretty sure I didn't. But there was one eclipse demon that was right next to me. Actually scared me, you know. I was thinking no way that would have killed me. You can see, yeah, we didn't install this boss to the max here, the nuclear giant, and he's still only there. You can see there's a lot of times when that Kenny boss was just like walking normally, which is an issue. This is where I replaced my Tengen over here, and it is kind of bummer that he did hit the nuclear giant, so he lost a lot of range, which did cost a few kills. And we also moved our Dio back here as well, and we set him to burn. I'm pretty sure burn or bleed either works. Probably should go for bleed, but it doesn't really make that much. No wait, yeah, it don't make that much of a difference. And here we're just stalling the mobs as much as possible. The bosses actually. Because Tengen and Dio back here should be dealing with these guys. And they're getting kills. I had him set to weakest, I'm gonna set him to strongest. Because you can see the boss, the Kenny boss is the strong one. Pretty much the strat is relying on how well you can store these bosses. Especially the Kenny boss. Nuclear Giant you have a bit of leeway with. Because you can let him leak a lot earlier. But Kenny is the one you just can't let leak at all. And yeah, we're placing our stocks here. That nuclear giant is a pain because it's just that range reduction, man. It's so annoying. But yeah, I was saying how the strat is reliant on your stalling because of my bad stalling here, I did lose out a lot of kills because you can see one of you does another loop, and you know if I had better stalling, he would have hit a lot more enemies. Like you can see it's here. So I got lucky with the part that he did hit some of these guys, but he would have hit a lot more for a lot longer. And the auto skip off is gonna be different for you guys. Depends if you stall from 47 or 48, 49. It just depends on you, you know. And here I was contemplating if I should max deal and just set him to weakest, which I probably could have done and got away with, but it wasn't fast enough. And yeah, I'll show you guys the damage for each unit, so you can see, or deal 1 and Tengen, we can't see main damage, but you can see one of you 99 billion, so that's it for the strat. Like, subscribe, and yeah, see you in the next one. Peace.